Welcome back, guys, to our channel. We have something unusual for us. It's a 1992 Mitsubishi Minicab U42T, 4-speed, high-low transfer case, 4-wheel drive. It's got all the poverty buttons you could imagine, and let's do a little walk around on it before. We don't do a whole lot of these before walk arounds. Let's get to it. We'll start with the engine and transmission. It has the 3G83 3-cylinder carbureted engine. They use this engine from 1990 all the way up to 2013. They got different variances of it, of course, but I've got an 05 sitting in the garage. It's got a 3G83 fuel injected engine in it. So this one is the Hemi head, like I said, carbureted engine. It is a ripper. This thing, it'll burn first, second, and spark on third. So of course it's got the little tires on it, and they're light in the rear on these 90s models, but this thing runs great. I haven't done anything to it other than change the oil. I put a new set of plugs in it, and I washed it, and we've got the stereo out of it. I was fitting up a new one to go into it. We got pretty big plans for this truck. It's going to make it really nice. It's going to be looking like a whole nother truck here in about a week. So it's got 68,000 kilometers on it. Looking at the truck, you think it would have a lot less on it. It was very well taken care of. A company owned it in Japan. I believe Daihatsu actually owned this truck. They had some kind of crate sitting in the bed of it. And I think it was just like an on-site truck, pretty much. So, that being said, all the paint on this truck is nice. Give this thing a buff on it, and it's going to look like it's got brand new paint, other than a few scratches and bumps here and there. Come take a walk around it and just get a view of it. It's got a brand new lightning cube on it. Brand new exhaust from manifold all the way back, and it's factory exhaust too. Nothing aftermarket. It's just a regular truck, no dump. Got the access cover off so you can get a peek at the engine. It's getting a full tune-up, brand new plugs, wires, cap, rotor button. As you can see here where I washed it at, all the oxidation that I missed, all the little specks and everything, just the dirt that sits in this paint, that'll be all gone. Actually, it might have bed liner all the way up to the back of the cab. I haven't decided yet whether to do it here or go all the way up with the bed liner. Let me know what you guys think I should do. Bleep bloop it down in the comments, and maybe I'll go all the way up to the back of the cab with it. Not sure yet. I know it's got scratches all the way up to here, so we might go to the attic rack. I don't know. Feel like bleep blooping, just let me know. So it is a 12-valve engine. I know that because the sticker reminded me it's got a 12-valve engine in it. But the Hemi head Mitsubishis, they typically always have a 12-valve. And it is the Hemi head as well, so it's pretty much just like that 05 that we have sitting in the garage. Other than this one's carbureted, that one's fuel injected. The floor mat looks in great shape. I've got all this going because we're gonna put a double dent in there. It's not beat up. That's the crazy part. Being the age, normally you have ripped seats. Dash should be faded out, which there is some fading on the center console, a little bit on the steering wheel, but other than that, this thing is in great shape. We have to put a headliner in it and pretty much just clean the heck out of this thing. Like I said, 68,000 kilometers. I like to stay a little bit lower than that or lower. Really, 80,000 kilometers or lower is what I like to buy them at. Nothing wrong with having 120,000 kilometer truck. They just seem to sell better if you're under 80,000, 50,000 miles. It's a good range to have when you're selling them. I'll pop the seat open here. Of course, I've washed the engine, but it looks great. If you look in the bed's not beat up. It just has scratches where the crate or whatever they had setting in there. And bed liners for if you guys want to haul stuff in there and look better. And it doesn't cost a whole lot of money to do it, so we'll go ahead and add that on. But yeah, this thing is super nice, super clean. Underneath it is rust free, dry as a bone. I'm actually not sure why they put a new exhaust on it other than to meet their emissions. Everything else looked amazing on it, so not really sure why they did that. Actually, the first one I've seen in a long time have a brand new exhaust from factory. The roof on this truck is in immaculate shape. The side panels, they're in great shape. You can't see nothing wrong about this truck. The reason why I've always said Mitsubishi is my truck of choice is for the legroom. That is the number one thing that makes it my truck of choice, other than a few other things with suspension and other things that they have done that make sense. If you look back down in the description, I have a video we're going to have that's comparing me setting in a blue Honda, HA4 Honda. Now, I'm 6'2". My pant size is 34 long, so it gives you an idea how tall I am. And this is a comfortable truck to sit in. My knees aren't up against the dash. I don't have to sit a certain way in this truck. It's just a comfortable, enjoyable truck to drive. Come around here and see how my knees sit in this truck. I've got plenty of room. I'm not touching the dash. My leg does lay up against this side of the dash over here, but it's not touching. It's not like I gotta sit at an angle or anything crazy like that. Which a 99 Suzuki, I can't sit in very comfortable. This truck is more comfortable to sit in actually than if you drove by a 2005 DA63. That truck is not nearly as comfortable to sit in as this U42, which is crazy. Suzuki, you need to figure it out. Mitsubishi did. I understand there's a lot of Honda enthusiasts and Suzuki enthusiasts. There's a lot of people sleeping on Mitsubishis. And until you see all of them, work with all of them, you'll start realizing that this is it. This is the one that you ultimately want. It may not have the body lines that a Honda HA4 has, and I think that's what it is. Not only the name of Honda, but the body lines look a little cleaner and whatever. But if you want functionality, this is it right here. On top of, Hondas don't have the high-low transfer case. If you want any low gears in a Honda, you have to get an attack. In the 90s Hondas, they're going to be 4-speed in the attack version. Where this, you can have a high-low transfer case and a 5-speed. This one just optioned with a 4-speed. So, some things you got to think about and look at when you're buying them. Yeah, I just came across this truck. I just sold every truck I had, and I'm waiting on a few to come in. So I'm on the that one website of the marketplaces, and I found this one locally. The guy got it 6 or 8 months ago. He imported it himself, and he was going to fix it up and do some things with it, and he's got other projects that he wanted to get done, and he said, I'm not really using this, and kind of fell off interest with it. So I got it. I'm going to do everything plus a lot more than what he wanted to do with it. So this is going to be an awesome truck when it's done. Hopefully you guys stick around and watch the process of building this truck. It's getting a 3-inch lift kit, Super Max, new springs in the front, wheels, tires, tinted windows, bed liner, stereo speakers, third brake light. I'll probably even throw a light bar up there. This is going to be an awesome little truck for a hunter, a farmer, someone who wants a better alternative than a golf cart. This is going to be a cheaper truck, but it's going to have all the options on it that you're going to want. So I hope you guys stick around and watch that, because it's going to be a good video. We don't do a whole lot of befores, so we're going to just let you guys see the truck as it is when we get it, and what it's going to be like after it's done. So it's going to be an interesting video, I guess, chapter that we're going to do with it. So I guess we'll go up here and I'll show you what a U62 Mitsubishi looks like, since we have the U42 and a U62 sitting here at the same time. This truck's actually being delivered tomorrow. And this is probably the nicest U62 that I've had. As far as overall condition, being a dump bed, setting on a 4-inch lift, wheels and tires. It's got the leather seat covers. It's got a Momo steering wheel in it. Aftermarket grill up front. But as you can see in here, this is also a very spacious truck to sit in. Where if you look at a Honda in the same year style, the HA7, you don't have the room in that truck that you would in this. So something you guys got to think about when you're buying trucks. What priorities are you really wanting out of one? You want one that looks good? Are you a shorter guy or gal and the legroom doesn't really matter to you? But if it does, this is why I say Mitsubishi. On top of that, you have the engine that has, it's a proven engine. They've used it for over 2 decades with different variances. 3G83, 3G83 on that one out there as well. So, you know, the fuel injection also performs better. But enough of that. We got this truck going out, so we're going to focus more on this U42 out here. When we pull it in, I guess I should have the lift kit in it in this week for it. So once we get it pulled in, we're going to pull the lift kit down, or pull the suspension down, put the lift on it, new springs in the front. It's going to give it a better ride, and it's going to handle more weight as well. So it's going to be significantly different with the ride height and everything. If you want to see the difference, go to my descriptions down there and look at the DD51T we did for Roman Atwood. Putting the same lift on this truck, so it's going to be significantly higher on top of a 2-inch taller tire. So yeah, it's going to set about 5 inches taller than what it is now. And I guess we'll just wrap this up and I'll stop talking to myself and to you guys. And we're excited to do this one. I'm excited to have this truck because you don't see a whole lot of Mitsubishis coming in as much as you do like Hondas and Daihatsus and stuff like that. So I guess you guys stay mini trucking, keep those wheels turning, and all you fellers and fellas stay safe out there and stay blessed, and we'll catch you on the next one.